There was once a man who took his dog to the park every morning. The ritual was always the same. A short walk, a ball, a leash unclipped. It was routine, simple, predictable. He liked it that way. One morning, though, something changed. The moment he unhooked the leash, the dog bolted across the field, through the trees, and out of sight. The man froze, then sprinted after it, calling its name louder and louder. The faster he ran, the farther the dog seemed to go. He ran until his chest ached, his voice cracked, and his thoughts turned desperate. Finally, exhausted, he stopped. Hands on his knees, gasping for air, he whispered the dog's name one last time. And then, silence. Moments later, out from the trees came the sound of paws on dry leaves. The dog emerged, tail wagging, tongue out, as if nothing had happened at all. And in that instant, the man realized something he could never quite explain. Why is it that when we chase something, it runs away, but when we stop, it comes back? We spend our lives chasing love, chasing money, chasing peace, chasing the next thing that will make us feel whole. But the more we chase, the more it escapes. As if life itself were teasing us, testing whether we're desperate enough to keep running in circles. Perhaps the truth is simple. What runs away from you is never meant to be captured, only met. Control is a kind of fear, a fear that without our grip, things will fall apart. So we tighten our hands around life as though it were a leash. We pull harder when it resists. We fight against what refuses to move. But have you ever noticed that the tighter you hold something, the more it slips through your fingers? Try holding a handful of sand. Grip it tightly, it escapes. Open your palm, it stays. The same is true of people. Try to make someone love you, and they back away. Try to force inspiration, and your mind grows silent. Try to control the future, and you destroy the present. Even the breath knows this wisdom. You cannot inhale forever. To receive more, you must let go. The ancient Chinese called it Wu Wei, effortless action. Not laziness, not avoidance, but moving with the current, not against it. It's the art of allowing, the understanding that a river never hurries, yet everything is accomplished. But our modern world doesn't trust rivers. We prefer engines, schedules, metrics, control. We believe peace must be earned and joy must be managed. We think if we just plan enough, push enough, optimize enough, life will finally bend to our will. And yet, the more we control, the more anxious we become. Because control feeds on itself. It breeds fear. Fear of losing what we've gripped so tightly. The man in the park chasing his dog is all of us. The dog is life. Playful, unpredictable, wild in its loyalty. It doesn't respond to commands. It responds to presence. When we stop shouting into the wind, we can finally hear what was waiting to return. You can see this in every part of existence. The artist finds beauty only after surrendering to the blank canvas. The thinker discovers insight only after letting the question rest. The lover finds peace when they stop trying to possess. Even nature knows this pattern. Waves crash and withdraw. Trees shed and renew. The moon wanes only to grow again. Everything breathes. Everything moves between holding and releasing. And in that rhythm, life sustains itself. Letting go doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing without desperation. A surfer doesn't fight the ocean. He feels it and waits for the right wave. A musician doesn't force the melody. He listens and allows the silence to guide his hands. A gardener doesn't pull the plants upward to make them grow faster. He tends the soil and trusts the sun. The universe has always worked this way. Effort balanced by ease, will balanced by wonder, action balanced by acceptance. But somewhere along the way, we learned to mistake stillness for weakness. We learned to equate surrender with defeat, when in truth, it is the most courageous act there is, to trust that life knows what it's doing. Perhaps the question is not, how can I make life obey me? But rather, how can I learn to move with it? What if your next breakthrough isn't in trying harder, but in relaxing deeper? What if the solution you're chasing is waiting just beyond the noise of your own effort? Think about the times in your life when something wonderful happened the moment you stopped forcing it. You let go, and suddenly things aligned. The call came, the idea landed, the peace returned. That's not coincidence. That's the rhythm of life reasserting itself. So today, choose one thing you've been chasing, a dream, a relationship, an answer, and stop running. Stand still. Let silence do its work. You might be surprised to find that what you were chasing turns and walks calmly back to you. Because what's meant for you doesn't need to be chased.